Hey, welcome back to the channel. And what's been going on, Electroneum family? Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the price of Electroneum, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we're getting with the iOS cloud mining. We were also added to a new exchange, and so a lot has happened over the last few days, last week, and we want to talk about that a little bit. So, um, so one big question has been with Electroneum. So many great things happening. We got the video from Electroneum showing the iOS cloud mining from Mr. Richard Ells, who explained to us uh, why this is going to be so much greater, especially with the mining, because what we've seen with the mining, we've seen this, and it's brought about some questions for me, where we will kind of see like not as many miners as I would have imagined there would be, because Electroneum still as a token is quite valuable. I was trying to figure out if you're getting $3 a month, $6 a month, or whatever it was. Looks like you would just have a lot of people mining and using Electroneum. And of course, we understand now that the Android simulated mining with Electroneum, it wouldn't basically keep the connection, and so we were seeing these variance amount. But with the cloud mining application now, that problem will no longer exist, and so that's going to be awesome, which we can probably expect now in the Apple iStore, available first week of February. So the price of Electroneum probably right now, as far as concerning buyers, probably the best value you might possibly get right now. In fact, in the history of Electroneum, haven't quite seen it this low, go this low. It's only happened a few times, and possibly this might be as low as it's going to go. We don't know. But one thing for sure certainly is an attractive price. Just gets back to 1 cent again, guys. You're looking at pretty much doubling your money just on getting back to a value which many of us believe it can hit quite easily. And so another thing I wanted to kind of talk about was that, looking at whenever good news comes out, especially about Electroneum, and we have the market go south, as it does quite often. It leads some people to believe that something's wrong there. Electroneum should be going the other direction, not that way. But what I'm beginning to understand about the cryptocurrency space is it is not like the traditional investing space. And I think we really have to make these or distinguish between the two at this point in time. Although there are some very close similarities, there are many differences as well. This is a specific space. It's not like traditional investing where you kind of have a various investment vehicles. You have a lot of history, a lot of fundamentals and technical analysis done a certain way. This kind of copies and mirrors that, but it's not exactly the same. And what I mean by that is these markets it's still very much young, and there are still a great deal of people that hold a large amount of these cryptocurrencies that they've acquired either by just getting in so early, there was nobody around to buy up all the tokens. It's very pyramid like still in these early stages, and because of that, a lot of these people who hold large stakes and large amounts, it's more to their best interest to stay locked into their particular projects more so than to go to other ones, even though these other projects may have a great deal better fundamentals, a deal more better use cases. as they're watching their money and their value, they're more concerned about just keeping those ideas alive. But the problem with that, guys, is and what happens, what always wins out is the fundamentals, the use cases of these projects. And no matter how well they pump, like many of these projects and coins we know today that are doing a lot of things that people might not find important in another several months or a year, they're only temporary pumps, right? And so they pump up doing these various applications. Some of them we're discovering aren't exactly what we thought. Some of the big names, some of the big name gaming apps, gaming platforms, Ethereum like platforms. And I think I've said enough for many of you all to understand where I'm going with this. But, many of these projects I don't think are going to be very relevant. I think the hype's going to wear off. I think the easy ability to pump them's gonna wear off. And then I think we're going to have projects like Electroneum left. And so if you see that the price isn't responding right away, that doesn't exactly mean that something's being done wrong by Electroneum or other good projects that maybe start off and they're building up and they're, basically putting together something people are going to actually use and find value in, that they're not just going to hype up or over market and and things like that. So just bear that in mind, guys, and don't let the market confuse you about a good opportunity and what exactly it is that coins are trying to do and the value they're trying to give on the road to mass adoption. So the price looks good, guys. Also, guys, if you don't think the price is that great and you're still not buying Electroneum, why don't you get some free Electroneum? You can head over to our site, my project that I'm working on that has an Electroneum faucet on the site. Head on over there. You can start collecting some free Electroneum just by paying us a visit and participating in our website. Guys, I guess that's all I want to say for this video. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.